"How long, Lord? How long?" Billy exclaimed. He was a man of immense faith, someone who had spiritual dreams and performed miracles in the name of Jesus Christ. After learning about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Billy Johnson had devoted his life to sharing the restored gospel. He loved God and believed in Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon. And he had shared his faith with others, gathering together thousands of believers in the restoration. A few Protestant ministers from the US found out about Billy. They wanted him to take charge of their congregations in Africa. "You kind people must be our brothers," an approaching minister said gently with open arms. "We'll pay you." Billy was not a rich man, and so their offer was very tempting. He was a divorced father with children and a mother who depended on him. His 4 congregations trusted him and looked to him as their leader. Billy had always believed the church would come to Ghana in the Lord's time. But being patient year after year wasn't easy. People ridiculed him and other believers for their faith. Why did they place their hope in a faraway church? A church that seemed to care little for them or for Africa. Even now, the ministers urged Billy to forget about the church. It wasn't going to send missionaries to him. "They're not coming. They are not coming," the ministers warned. But Billy had always believed the church would come to Ghana in the Lord's time. So he decided to turn to the Lord, asking, "What should I do?" As he had waited for so long. And that's when he heard a voice speak his name. The Lord told Billy Johnson to stay fast to the church, and very soon his brothers would come and assist. One night in June 1978, Billy returned to his apartment feeling exhausted and discouraged. It had been 14 long years, and many of his fellow believers were tired of waiting. He prayed. He had the impression to do something he hadn't done in years. Grab his radio and tune into the BBC nightly news broadcast. Billy turned the dials for nearly an hour until he could finally make out the faint voice of the BBC announcer, who reported that in America, the president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints had just received a revelation. All worthy men in the church, regardless of race, could now hold the priesthood. Read more about Billy Johnson and find your place in the story in Saints, Volume 4.